Well, hello there, guys, and welcome back. I want to apologize that I did not realize it has been 6 months since I last posted anything. I swear, I thought it was like 2 months ago, if even that. Things have just been a little chaotic. You know, life loves to throw things our way and keep us on our toes. So I'm still on my toes, but I'm crafting through it. If you are new here, I always wanted to teach people how to do different things with their crafts, you know, kind of out of the box, not what everybody else is doing. There's probably a reason why people are not doing it that way. I find out the hard way, and I'm here to pass that knowledge on to you so that you are not making the same mistakes I am. Or maybe you've already made them and you're like, oh girl, I know what you're talking about. I did that. Don't do that. That's why I'm here. I am here to help you. Problem is, I'm a bit of a perfectionist and a procrastinator. I'm a procrastinating perfectionist. I've been told to my face that that's not possible. Yes, it is. Trust me. I live with me. I know how I am. So I expect everything to be right the first time I do it. And this little project I have today, I thought, easy peasy, no problems. I had so many problems. I set this project down for over a week before I came back to it. It has been 3 weeks, as far as I know. My memory says it's been 3 weeks. It could have been longer. I don't know. So I'm going to show you what I did, because I really did have fun coming up with the idea, and I have got so many more ideas for these things. But I'm going to show you one of what I thought would be neat to do. So about a year or so ago, I get these crazy ideas and I go to the store and I buy like everything to do a project. I don't just get the little bits and pieces. I'm going to get it all, because I want to make sure I have everything, which I never do. Go figure. So these little ornament balls that stick together this way, they were on sale at Michael's, and it was buy one, get 3 for free. And I wasn't sure about that, so I thought, well, if that's on the singles and on the big boxes of them, why would I just buy 1 or 2? Let's get the big bundles. So I bought 4 packs of 12. If my math serves me right, it's 48. There are 48 of these things. Oh my gosh. For like 20 bucks plus tax. But that was a year ago. I don't know if they're going to do that again this year. I'm hoping so. If you need a lot of them, that's the way to do it, because I went on Amazon, and even with some of their deals, you're not getting nearly as many for the same price. So I'm just putting that out there. But it's not just Michael's. I don't know. Hobby Lobby may have some on sale at some point. I don't know if Walmart carries them at all. Their craft department is pretty small, but I digress. So what I was doing with these, so I made some ornaments. They're little flamingo ornaments out of these. Actually, they're still, I've got all these little pink ornaments down here. I need to add the feathers to them, but I wanted to paint them, but I didn't want it on the outside where it could get scratched. So pop it open, and I was concerned the first time, it does take 2 coatings. So what I am using is just this. I'm using this on the inside, excuse me, and I have other shades. It depends on your artistic ability, okay? If you're good at painting, like the people that paint the murals on windows, storefronts, I think it's so neat, because you kind of have to work it backwards as far as the layers of your colors. And that's how you would have to do this too. So if you're really good at painting, do a scene or something in here and then close it. That way it's not going to get all scratched up. So just using this one in particular. So what I am making are little ghost ornaments. I do have a tree. It's a tiny tree right now, but I want to keep it up year round, and I want to decorate it for all the different holidays. So I used this little foam sponge. I found it works the best, so I don't have streaks in here. You could probably pour paint and then roll it around, but it takes a lot. I already tried that. I had put some paint in here and I had closed it and I just shook it up, and it did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I was really bad. I'm like, I don't have enough paint in here to do a ton of these. So what I did is I just, ooh, that's real soupy, using the sponge brush, and I just kind of poke around, just blot it all over, and I do it on the whole thing. Now I do get these little, you get like little bubbles in there, but you can take some heat to it, like even a blow dryer, and just in there real quick and it'll pop all the little bubbles. But like I said, I had to do 2 coats, especially for the pink, and I had a couple of different shades of pink. But I mean, if you want to do stuff, whether it's Halloween, Star Wars, anything like that, Muppets, even if you're a big Muppet person, or if you want to make it for somebody for the holidays, you could probably like do different ones that are green and put little tufts of was it green fluff on it to make it look like little Grinches or something. But they have different ones of these. They do have some that are clear and solid, where you would need to pour things into. They do have some that are thinner, and they're still they're almost like these, but like squished. They're thinner. But those ones too, I think you have to pour into. Those ones probably would have been a little bit better for what I decided to do with mine. So like I said, I'm making little ghosts. Okay, so there's that. That's at least to get it started, so you see ta-da, and then I would do it to the other side, let them dry, possibly see if it needs another coat or not, and honestly probably not. It would probably be just fine. What I did, just because I want to make sure, I don't like using the hot glue for everything. It's one thing if it's for me, but if I'm going to turn around, if I'm going to give it to somebody, if I'm going to sell it, I want to make sure it's not going to come apart. I don't want them to have the problems that I know I have. So glue guns are fine, but if it's stored somewhere where it's really hot, it's going to loosen up, it's going to come apart a little bit. So I'm trying to avoid all of that. So this is these E6000 has become, I swear it used to be called E5000. I don't know if they changed the formula. I don't know why we went from 5 to 6. Maybe there'll be a 7000 at some point. I don't know. But I like this glue. It holds really, really well. So, and you don't even need a lot of it. All I did once they were done is I put just a little bit, and I just kind of scraped it on the edges all the way around, and then pop it together, and I let it sit off to the side somewhere. That's probably the hardest part, is having a place to set them where they're not going to roll. Now, I did have a bright idea that, I'll put the glue on there, and then whatever, if it mushes out, at least I did put gloves on for this, and I wiped it. I had the biggest mess. It did not go at all the way I thought it would. Don't do that, okay? Just leave it. If it's too much, maybe take a little X-Acto knife or something. If you're a young person, you're doing this, maybe get help from an adult, or somebody who is at least responsible with those kinds of items that can be trusted. So anyways, when I got done, once it's all dry and everything, I thought, oh, I have my Cricut. I got my Cricut out. I wasn't sure how big to make things, so I did kind of measure the area, and I think these are a couple of inches tall. And I thought, oh my gosh, these would be cute for little ghosty eyes on here. I thought, oh my god, I love it. As you can see, this is not what I went with. There's a reason why, okay? Really think this through before you start using the Cricut. If you're, like I said, if you can paint it in on the inside and work your way backwards with the color stuff, awesome. Awesome, do that. These were too big. Okay, they went on very nicely. I put it on, I used my transfer paper and everything, and they went on very nicely. The next day, however, when I got up, I believe I have a picture, I will put it right here. This is what I woke up to the next morning, and I about lost my mind. I wanted to cry. It's like, no, why did it do that? Because it's too big, Jen. That's why. It's way too big. So I had to go back and rethink things. Now, did it fix all my problems? No, it did not. Okay, so this one has done pretty good, but I don't know that you could see it, but there is a little bit of a bump. And I actually just sat here before I started all this and kind of pressed it back down. But in talking with a good friend of mine, she said, heat gun, no. Don't, I mean, this is plastic. And if you're going to take a heat gun to it, that usually morphs things because, you know, it heats it up. So what I have, or what you could even do too, a blow dryer. But if you're using a blow dryer on a low heat, okay, because it doesn't take very long, you just need to get some heat to it and then press it down. That seems to help, okay? But I lost my train of thought. Wow. That was quick. Where did I put? Oh, it's right here. That's why I was looking over here for it. This is a heat pen. And I think I've talked about this before. I'm not overly impressed with it, but for this project, we have a winner. So this is equivalent. The amount of air that it puts out is that of your blow dryer on a low setting. And so that's what I used, was this, to just add a little bit of heat, and then I was able to press it down. Now this one, I think something got underneath the adhesive, because I can see it. It's not very big. It looks like probably just a piece of dust, but that might be what keeps this one popping up again. I don't know. Maybe the vinyl I used is too thick, because I use what I have, and I have a ton of smart vinyl, and it tends to, I think it's a little thicker than some of the regular stuff you could use. So if you use a different type of adhesive vinyl, then maybe you'd do okay. But I mean, I thought this would be cute, and just have like all different kinds of Halloween things. I mean, I'm picturing scarecrows and bats and little witches, little Yoda heads, Vader, maybe, I don't know, stormtroopers. But that's where my noggin goes. So, but I wanted to put that out there for you guys to try. Now, if you put googly eyes on, I do want to do one at some point where I will cover the entire outside with googly eyes. But they all got to be tiny. I can't use, there's certain sizes I'm probably not going to be able to use. I will use my E6000 glue on here to stick them. But if you're going to put googly eyes on something, and some of them get so tiny, they are hard to pick up and put on your item. Diamond dots. This is great. You got the little bit of sticky stuff. I don't know what it is, to pick it up and stick it right on where you need it. So I put the glue on the spot where I want the googly eye, and then I use this to pick up the googly eye and stick it on. Now, if you're crazy with googly eyes like I am, I just want to put out there, just so that you know, on Amazon, These are not, these are ones that you have to use glue or something. They're not sticky. I'm sure you could find adhesive googly eyes on Amazon, but the ones that I bought are their various sizes, and for $15. Now again, this is a couple years ago. $15, and I got 3,000 googly eyes. That's a lot of googly eyes. There was something on Facebook I saw. One gal, her bedroom door, she had various sizes of, I mean, she had the big ones, she had the little ones, but her whole door, top to bottom, is covered in googly eyes. And when you open it, you hear them all so nobody is sneaking up on her. I thought, that is great. I so want to do that. I can't wait till I have a house. This is, I'm in an apartment, so there's just some things, you know, the apartment may frown upon me doing. So I try my best, you know, keep them happy and not do anything too crazy. If you wanted to, you could probably use spray paint on these, but you're going to need to take them outside. If you have a garage, that's great. If you know, go out into a field, go away from things. That's, learn from my mistakes, because I've made so many. But yes, so don't go super big on your decal that you're putting on there. I mean, you could even do, if you're painting on the inside, somebody who's Marvel, big fan of Marvel, and you can probably do it for DC too. It just seems Marvel seems to be more of what people are into. Their shields or their emblem, paint that on the inside. That'd be kind of neat too. I want to play with decoupage, but you know, I go, whoa, I have got so much going on back here. I'm trying to keep the piles separate. Okay, I'm starting to get off course here. So, but anyways, just something different to think about for if you want to make gifts this year, or you know, just something different. But I thought it was neat. If I just paint on the inside, once it's sealed and stuff, it should be fine. Fingers crossed, you know, we'll see. I'll let you know in a couple of years if if I've had any problems. So, all right, well, hopefully I can get back on track and start doing this more regularly. Make sure that you subscribe. That way you get, and I guess, you know, click the little bell so you get a notification when I do remember to do these. The next one will not be 6 months from now. Okay, I'm gonna do much better, and I'm hoping, since it's already October, I hope you guys are having fun coming up with Halloween ideas, working on them. If you should have started back in June, but I missed a few videos. So, but yeah, get out there, work on your costumes, have fun, stay safe, and I will see you guys next time.